All right, let's go over some bidding real quick because this is something that a lot of people, there are a lot of different ways of doing it. And a lot of people claim that their one way is the only way to do it. And it's just, it kind of scares off a lot of people. So, again, there are multiple ways of doing bidding. So, real quick, we'll just kind of stick with this baseball theme and just say, just say I was creating an ad for my train baseball stuff. So, we just do hitting drills, copy goes here. Basically, this doesn't really matter. What I want to show you is, let's see, we'll go target all baseball fans, any age. So down here, it's going to give me a suggested bid range. What I have noticed is that you most likely will not pay within that range. Sometimes you do. You can bid below the range, you can bid inside the range, and you can bid above the range. There is not one way to do it. The different approaches are, let's say you're not really worried about money, how much you're spending because you know your campaign converts, which is kind of the way my stuff is now. You know that you're going to be profitable no matter what. You've done the testing and the tweaking and you kind of know what you need to do. If that's the case, you want to bid inside this range at least because you want to make sure that they're going to show your ads. If I bid, the range right now is 81 cents to $1.44. So if I want to make sure my ads are going to get shown, I'm going to bid inside that range. So you can go anywhere from, 85 cents is really going to make sure your ads are going to get shown. 90 cents, $1, $1.10, $1.20. You can go up to $1.44. You can go up to $2 if you want. Your ad will absolutely get shown, and you will pay a little bit more because they know you're willing to pay that much. But even then, if I were to bid $1.44, they'd probably charge me about $1.10. Like I'd have to kind of figure out the percentages, but you never pay as much as you say you're going to, at least in my experience from what I've seen on here. So that way you're going to pay a little bit more, but your ads are definitely going to get shown, and you're going to get a whole lot more clicks than someone else who bids a lot lower. That being said, if you're just getting started and you want to have, you kind of want to have some more control over your costs and you want to make sure you're paying the least amount possible, this is the trick that I usually do, and it works pretty well. I would start down at about 5 or 10 cents and see. As soon as it gets approved, give it a couple hours, and if you're not getting any impressions, you go back to the actual campaign page and see if it has any impressions or any clicks yet. If you're not getting any impressions, you need to start raising it up a little bit. So go from 10 or 11 cents up to 14 cents or 17 cents. Try to keep it odd numbers because a lot of people like to bid in even numbers like $1, 50 cents, 25 cents. They bid in, predictable increments. So try to stay away from that because you might get a leg up on someone. So just in case. But slowly increase it. 17 cents, 22 cents, 24 cents, 27 cents, 32 cents, 47 cents, up until you start getting some impressions. So that will kind of put you will basically, let me show you kind of on my profile. You will be climbing these ranks down here. So let's just say all these people, it's different markets, but let's say all of them have the ad range. Facebook is telling them to pay 81 to 44 cents. This guy might be trying to climb the charts. He might be down at, 27 cents. And he's getting some impressions down here, but not a whole lot. Not as much as this guy, because he's going to stay. If someone reloads this page, this guy will most likely be in here somewhere, but these couple bottom ones might fall off. You might not see them again for a little while. So it all really just depends. You are competing for a spot here, and the highest bidders and the best performing ads will get that spot. Like we said before, your click-through rate is a huge factor here. So if you have a really high-performing ad, you're not gonna have to pay as much, and you'll get away with paying less. But so there's two ways to do it here. You can go from the bottom up and start bidding really low and creep your way up and see till you get some impressions in there, or you can start top down. So another strategy here is you can do $1.25. And you'll get clicks right away. As soon as they approve it, you'll start getting impressions. You can go and see how well your ad's performing. Just say your ad performs pretty well. You will be bidding $1.25 like we said, but you'll probably only pay like 50, 60, 70 cents, maybe even less, maybe a little bit more. So then you can start decreasing your bid, and you actually will see once you go in, if I'll have to go in and show you guys here in a minute, but if you go in, so let's just say I'll jump over into one of my campaigns. Say we create it, and we go back and we say, here's one of the ads I was running. We get a bunch of impressions right away, and we get 21 clicks in the first hour or two, and our click-through rate is really high. So we were bidding 50 cents here, and we were paying, at the time it was less than this, but so it's 42 cents. So if we go back, you'll actually get a new range in here. So let's say the range is now, instead of what we saw here, 81 to 144, your new range when you check it here might be 55 to 65. So then you drop your bid down into that range, and you'll start to lower your costs even more. So it really is a constant test and tweak and kind of get to the point where you know how much you're going to get at certain ranges. Because once you play with this for a few days, you'll start to learn and see and kind of get a feel for how your market is priced out. And you will get a feel for maybe 68 cents is really your sweet spot. That's when you get a good amount of traffic. You're only paying 45 cents per click, and it's just, that's kind of your sweet spot. You might find out, look, I can't afford 65 cents a click, so my sweet spot is bidding 27 cents and only paying 17 cents. I might not get a whole bunch of clicks for the day, but I'm still profitable. And at the point my business is at now, that's really where we want to stay, for whatever reason there is. But don't let people tell you that, the magic key here is bidding 3 cents above the lower bid, or the magic key is bidding starting at 7 cents and just take whatever they give you. Because you can go both ways. It depends on what your strategy is. Some really profitable businesses out there are wasting money by bidding really low. And they're wasting money because they should be bidding really high and getting all the clicks they can, because they can afford to pay $1.44 per click, because those clicks are going to bring back, $5, $6, $7 in revenue. So they're wasting time. If they bid 17 cents and listen to the people that are telling them to bid really low all the time, then they're leaving profits on the table, because they should be getting all the clicks they can buy. And vice versa. There's companies that aren't as profitable and can only afford 35 cents a click. That's how it was in the baseball market for me. My back end wasn't built out completely. My products sold well, but they didn't sell like crazy, so I could only afford 27 cents a click. So I wasn't going to bid any higher than that. I had to stay around the 17, 25 cents, and then I did a lot of campaigns where it got me, 3, 4, 5 cents a click. So, and that just depends on your market. It depends on a lot of things. So that's kind of the 3 different ways you can bid right inside this range. If you just want to make sure you're going to get traffic, you can bid really low, or you can bid, really high and kind of work your way down. So completely up to you. You know how profitable your company is. If you're really killing it right now, I'd go in there, and if you're targeting right, I would bid pretty high, because number one, if you're profitable, you're going to have a little bit more money to play with. And if you're targeting right, you're still going to be profitable, probably more so on Facebook, because you're really making sure that the people you're marketing to are the right ones. So if your numbers are kind of tight right now, then start low and see, and maybe you find out that your numbers are really good on Facebook, and then you can start pushing it up and start playing more, and that's kind of how it happens. So this strategy right here, bidding from low to high, is how I got started. It's how my baseball stuff always has been. With the Facebook stuff now, I started low, it was profitable, I increased it up, and now I basically pay whatever they ask me to pay, because it's so profitable, and the niche is just a really high performing one. So anyway, that is the sneaky bidding tricks. So take that and apply the right strategy for your approach, your strategy, your company, and you'll definitely, it'll help out a ton. So hope you like that one, and we'll move on to the next video.